Another Revoltech Titan got knocked off, but is this one actually any good? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna take a look at a knockoff of amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Attack on Titan Armored Titan. A big thank you to DC Marvel Toy Store on AliExpress for making this review possible. In case you want to get this knockoff, you will find my link down in the video description. It is crazy how fast these Revoltech figures get copied. I reviewed a lot of them here on the channel, and recently I reviewed a Revoltech Eren knockoff. I don't know if you saw that video, but I wasn't impressed by that copy, let's put it that way. But for this Armored Titan I've heard some good, positive things, and so I truly hope that it will be better than that Eren KO. So, without further ado, let's get started. First, a quick look at the packaging, and it's your standard modern Revoltech box with a promo shot of the figure here in front, and then the logos and names. Revoltech, Amazing Yamaguchi, and Armored Titan down here. Side of the box shows another promo shot of the figure with the text. On the back we have even more of these nice promo images showing the figure in a few different poses, and they also show us included accessories. So some alternate hands and also an alternate faceplate. Down here we have some basic product information and warnings. Other side shows few close-ups of the figure. There's nothing special on the top or on the bottom. So now, let's open it up and let's take a look at the figure. Here is our Armored Titan knockoff out of the box, and right away I am pleased to say that this is so much better than that previous Eren KO. The plastic here feels really good. The whole figure feels nice and sturdy, all the joints work fine, and nothing is falling apart on this copy. So based on everything I just said, this is already a much better figure than Eren. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, and let's move forward with this review. Armored Titan is just slightly over 15 centimeters tall, and if I remember correctly, Eren KO is around 16 centimeters tall. So this guy is shorter than Eren, and I'll compare the two in just a few moments, but I think that this guy should be the same size as Eren. At least that's how it is with the original figures. The other thing that could bother some people on this copy is the skin tone, let's call it that. It is darker here than it is on the original. Of course, with this being a cheap KO, you can always repaint it yourself if that bothers you. Taking a closer look at the details, here is how his default head looks. His mouth is fully closed here, and I feel like the mouth line would benefit if it was filled in with some darker color just to make it more noticeable. But the sculpt looks fine, the eyes are well painted, the hair also looks good, and you can see it from all sides. And I love the design of this guy, this combination of flesh or muscles and bone looking parts. Because of that, this figure looks more interesting than Eren's design, at least to me. Torso looks good with all of these sculpted muscles and details, and then here is a closer look at his back. We have a standard Revoltech style peg hole for his flight stand, and again we have all of these nicely sculpted details, the combination of like bone or armor and then the flesh underneath, and you can even see the segments of the spine here. Arms are also well done with all the muscles down here, and then his fisted hands that also look very good. His crotch is actually made out of two separately sculpted pieces, and they are both floating pieces that you can adjust when you are posing the figure, especially to hide this gap here. As always on these Revoltech figures, legs look big and strong, and it's the same type of design that we used to seeing on these figures. Here is how the back of the legs look, and then finally this guy has big feet, so you should have no trouble with him standing on his own. But let's now take a look at his articulation. The head and the neck give you a nice range of movement. He can look side to side, tilt the head side to side. Here's how far he can look down and up. He has those standard Revoltech style butterfly joints that slide forwards and back, and then a big ball joint for the shoulders. And so together with those 2 points of articulation, here's how far he can put his arms across the chest. And then here is how far they go across his back. Of course, arms rotate 360, they can go out all the way. We have a swivel in the shoulders, and then another swivel in the biceps, and then 2 swivel points in the elbows, up here, and then then down here. Here is how far the elbows can bend. Then we get a swivel in the wrists and a hinge in all directions. In the torso we have two cuts, one is up here and the other one is down here behind this crotch piece. So this is where you will get your side-to-side rotation, a great side-to-side tilt. Here is how far he can bend forward and then back. Here is how far his legs move out and then forwards and back. He has a thigh cut with a swivel, knees that bend in all the way, a swivel in the ankles, feet move forward, back. He has toe joints that were kind of stuck on my copy, so I had to heat up the plastic with a hairdryer for just a couple of seconds, but those toe joints do work. Okay, let's now take a look at his accessories. First, he comes with some alternate hands. We have a pair of fist hands that are already on the figure, then we have a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of trigger finger hands that can also serve as grabbing hands, and then one fully open hand. We also get this alternate faceplate, and this is the one with his mouth opened, and it also looks pretty good. There is a little bit of like paint or plastic imperfection up here, but it doesn't really matter. This still looks pretty good. And in this knockoff set we also get this faceplate, and if I'm not mistaken, this one was that store exclusive faceplate that you have to pay more in order to get it. So in this case, this KO set gives us both of these versions. So here you get all three faceplates. They also give you one small Revoltech joint replacement, and then a Revoltech style flight stand that comes with a translucent base, a neck for the stand, and then the clamp. And switching the hands here is not an issue at all. Here is a look at that Revoltech style wrist joint, and you can see that that's the replacement one that we get. And we can give him his unique open hand, and yeah, these pop on without any issues. And then to switch out to the faceplate, you simply just pull this one out of the hair like this, and let's see if the alternate, the exclusive one, will hold, because that was one of the main issues with Eren. Faceplates would not stay on the head, but this works perfectly and the faceplate is not falling off, so that's good to see. After that frustration that I had with that Eren knockoff, it is so good to see another nice Revoltech KO that is in fact not made by City Toys or AC Factory. So yeah, again, this looks great. And then here he is with that open mouth faceplate, and it also fits perfectly, no issues there, it looks good on the figure. Let's now compare this guy to some other figures. And right away, of course, we're gonna compare him to the previous Revoltech Attack on Titan bootleg or knockoff, and it is this Eren figure. You can see that the flesh tones are obviously different on these two figures, but the main thing, the main issue here, not only that this figure is bad, but the height. Eren should not be taller than Armored Titan. If nothing else, when you see the originals side by side, they are the same size. So I don't think that this Eren is too tall. That's not the case, especially with the KO. He is probably the same size as the original, but this Armored Titan is just too short, which is something that is usual, standard for knockoffs. At least it used to be, until companies like City Toys started giving us knockoffs that have the same size as the originals. But again, here is what we have in terms of Attack on Titan knockoffs. One figure is bad, one figure is really good. We know that AC Factory is working on their Eren knockoff. It will probably be the one to get if you are into this show and you missed out on the original releases. So we know that we have to wait for a long time for AC Factory to release their figures, but we also know that Eren is coming, so there you go. Here is how he scales with the original Revoltech 2.5 Deadpool and City Toys Agent Venom, AC Factory Ultron and Mass Toys Symbiote Spidey, City Toys Brown Suit Wolverine and Sentinel Peter B. Parker, Mayfax Classic Suit Spidey and Daredevil, Marvel Legends Maximum Series Spider-Man and X-Men 97 Wolverine, Star Wars The Black Series Vader and Stormtrooper, SH Figuarts Anakin and Darth Maul, knockoffs of Figma Link and Alice, Roman Key Big Guy Base Body and ZD Toys Mark III Iron Man, Sexy Ice 2019 Eliminator and Manticora, LPZZ or UPF Arkham Knight Batman and Inart Dark Knight Trilogy Batman, McFarlane and Fonjoy Superman, NECA TMNT Movie Raphael and Masters of the Universe Revelation He-Man, NECA Feral Predator and Savage Crucible Veteris Repax, and finally YOLO Park Transformers AMK Pro Series, Optimus and Star Starscream. So there you go, that was my look at a knockoff of amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Attack on Titan Armored Titan. It's not a figure without its issues. Of course, with it being a knockoff, you expect issues. And so, this guy is slightly shorter than Eren, that shouldn't be the case, and also his, let's call it, skin tone is darker than it should be. But everything else is really good on this guy. The sculpt, the quality of the plastic, articulation, everything is really nice. And so, if you missed out on the original release, I do recommend this KO. Even if you are a customizer and you want a nice Revoltech style body, I think you should give this copy a chance. Once again, a big thank you to the guys from DC Marvel Toy Store for making this review possible, and in case you do want to get this copy, link is down in the video description. You've heard my thoughts and now I would love to hear yours. So, what do you guys think about this figure? Do you like how it looks? Do you plan to get it? Let me know all of it down in the comments. As always, a huge thank you to my Patreon and channel members for their support. If you can also join and help, please do so. Links are in the video description. And of course, to all of you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next video.